All right. I think I talked about everything. Let me get to the Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, Kelsey, private investigating information from Choke No Joke. Now, a lot of us been questioning the gun, right? Who gun was it? Was it Tory's gun? Was it Megan's gun? Was it Kelsey's gun? Was it Quan's gun? Well, let me show y'all the gun for one. For those that don't know what the gun looked like. And shout out to Alex, Street TV. I'm going to use this off his page. That's the gun. Now, I've been doing some investigative reporting on this gun, right? Right off top, that is not Quan's gun. There's no way Quan would have that gun. If you ever seen Quan and seen how big Quan is, I don't believe that's Tory's gun. Even though Tory's a little guy, you know what I'm saying? He's not that little that he would have that little gun. Right? Now, as you can't really see the color of that gun, but it's olive green. And guys don't really do colored guns like that. Like, that's not a thing for guys, right? So we know for a fact Kelsey touched the gun, and they said that Tory touched the gun, right? We also know that Kelsey allegedly, from the witness, that Kelsey shot the gun first. We also know from EJ that he said it looked like something that looked like a gun was in the bag that he packed. Tory would not. The likelihood of Tory having a gun when his security took him over to that party is very slim, because what the hell he needs security for if he need to have a gun? And he's not a citizen in the United States to be just running around with a gun like that in LA. And why would you have a gun if you got security with you? Right? Now, let's say he did have a gun and it was his security's gun. Let's say, because I don't think he would be carrying a gun. What the hell you need security for if you got a gun? That's security's job. You're not taking a chance to get pulled over with a gun in LA and just because, right? In my personal opinion. Now, if it was Quan's gun, it would be a bigger gun because his hands couldn't deal with that little ass gun. So let's learn more about this gun, right? Let me teach y'all more about this gun. And then y'all tell me, after what I show y'all, who gun was it? The guys, Tory and Quan, I done mixed these niggas' names up like a black couple. Called them Corey. Your dad name is Quan and your mother name is Tory. You're gonna name the baby Corey with a Q. All right, but that's some hood stuff people do. So was it the guy's gun, Quan and Tory, or was it the women's gun, Megan and Kelsey? So we just gonna make this about if this is a guy's gun and then if this is a girl's gun, right? Because of the what's the word I'm looking for? The dynamics of the gun, right? Now check this out. Once again, I'm still under fair use. Here's my copyright disclaimer right here. Right? So now, we want to know from here, was this a guy's gun or if this was a girl's gun? And if Tory had it or Quan had it, well, we know from the witness, he said he saw a girl with the gun first, right? We heard EJ say that he saw what could look like to be a gun in the bag. Tory ain't have no luggage in the house for EJ to see. All right? So here's my shocking revelation in the case, even though it's over. But if Tory Lanez needs an investigative reporter for this appeal, Choke No Joke PI is your guy, right? You should use this information in your appeal, brother, because this will make it very obvious to the jury and the public who more likely had this gun, the women or the men.
What's up, y'all? Got you another little video today on a little pistol that kind of brings out several different opinions. It's kind of like a high point, to be honest with you. There's some people that love these guns or claim to love them. Some people like them. Some people that absolutely hate them. But as you can see, we're talking about the Sky CPX2 9mm. This gun is actually my wife's gun. We've had this thing for probably 2.5, maybe 3 years even. Bought it back as one of her first carry guns. She absolutely loved the colors on it. As you can see, it's got the silver slide upper on it and got the pink lower. So she absolutely had to have a fancy, pretty colored gun. And I tried to talk her out of it. And as you see how well that worked because the gun's sitting here. But I just wanted to give you my opinions on this gun. It's been out forever, so this ain't nothing new, but I've heard a lot of opinions on the hate side of it, on the love side of it, and I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. I actually mentioned this in one of my earlier videos about an option for somebody who's looking for a real budget pistol and just don't have a lot of money to spend. That's something that I don't know that I'd recommend it or necessarily recommend it, but it does what it's supposed to do. It just don't, in my opinion, it don't do it all that great. So again, Sky CPX2 9mm. Again, we bought this back about 3 years ago. We paid $199 for the gun at the time, which in my opinion, the price of this gun is the best positive about it. It's a low price gun. And it does run. It runs no problem. It's just not the most comfortable thing at running. But like I say, we paid $199 for it, and then at the time there was a $25 rebate, so we come out on this gun for $175. So if you're on an extreme budget, you can't really go wrong with $175. The only other thing in that price range is going to be a high point, and yeah, I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is well, I've never owned a high point, so I can't say it's better. But form factor, I'd probably rather have this than a high point. It's a smaller gun. like I say, the positives on it, the price is going to be a positive. It is made in the USA, so that's a big thing with a lot of people. It's got decent capacity on it. Came with 2 magazines, 10-round magazines, plus you can get one in the chamber. Y'all can see the gun is clear here. So it's got a 11-round capacity on it, an extra 10-round magazine. Come with 2 mags, like I say, come with the flat floor plates and the little pinky extended floor plates. It's got decent sights on it, nice metal 3-dot sights on it, so no problem there. And it does shoot. It shoots like it's supposed to shoot. I mean, I don't have any problem with the accuracy out of it or function. Never have out of this gun. The downsides on the gun are the ergonomics, man. The ergonomics for me are absolutely terrible. They're absolutely terrible. The grip is really fat this way, really skinny this way. If you got any kind of size hand, unless you got just little baby hands, this gun is going to feel awful in your hands, man. It's going to feel terrible if you've got big hands. The trigger guard undercut is basically non-existent, and if you got big hands, they wrap around so far your knuckles grinding up here on the bottom of the trigger guard the way it comes down like that. This weird shaped grip, it just feels awful. And one of the main ergonomic problems is this slide lock. This slide lock sticks out so far. I mean, it is absolutely huge, that slide lock. And if you get a good purchase on your gun and ride the slide high like you really should to get good control, you can see my thumb wants to rest right on that slide lock. And this little gun's actually got so much recoil to it that it just gouges my thumb, man. It just really tears my thumb up. Because again, it's got some snappy recoil for what it is. The next thing that's a big downside to this gun is the trigger. Now it's again, the gun's clear. It's a double action only trigger, and it's an extremely heavy pull. That's not the really downside though, because there's kits you can get, and this one I already did. I put an M Carbo spring kit in it, and it cut the trigger pull weight on this gun in half. Now it's still heavy, don't get me wrong, and I'll show you on the pull gauge here in a minute. Actually, let me go on and show you on the pull gauge what the pull weight on this thing actually is. So this is, from what I'm understanding, this is about 50% less of the original. I can't really tell you what the original was, but let's see what this is. Got 5.3. We'll do about 4 or 5 pulls on it. 5.28. It's definitely consistent with this spring kit now. 4.12. 4.9, 4.0, and 5.6. So 5 pound average on that is about 4 pounds, 12 ounces, I would say. So close to 5 pounds, as you can see, 4 pounds, 11.8 ounces. That's a 5 pull average. And like I say, that's half of what the stock was. So this trigger literally feels like a heavy revolver type trigger from the factory. So there you go. Still basically a 5 pound trigger, and that's 50% off the stock weight. So it's a very heavy trigger, but that's not really the main problem. So I can shoot good with a double action trigger. Some people, when you talk about the trigger, well, oh, you just can't shoot a double action trigger. It's not that. It's not that. Like I say, some people might really actually genuinely love this gun. Now, some people's going to probably get all hurt because I'm saying this right here, but I think some people defend this gun because they spent the money on it and they want it to be good. Now, like I say, some people may genuinely like this gun. Who am I to say? But I got a feeling not as many people are fans of this gun as they would like you to think. But anyway, the heavy trigger pull is not the biggest thing. Again, we're clear. The heavy trigger pull, like right now, it's a fine as far as the weight. I mean, it like I say, I actually shoot some guns better with the double action. The problem on this gun is the reset, and there's nothing that can really be done about this reset. It's going to be hard to demonstrate this on camera, but I'm going to pull it, and I want you to see something. Look how far I can come out, and it's still not reset. Now, let's see if you can hear the click. Did you see that? I literally have to touch my finger to the front there. Then it's got a little take up and you coming again. Now look at that. Look how far out that reset is, man. My finger is touching that and boom, it finally reset. That's the big problem with this trigger. It ain't the weight. It's the reset on this trigger is absolutely horrible, and that's the way it is. That's not broken or malfunctioning. That's the reset on this firearm, man. Look how far out that is. And the big problem with that is if like you having to take fast follow-up shots, you're going to short stroke that trigger. I can promise you. I can promise you, you are going to short stroke it. You have to let your finger touch the front of that trigger guard to get the reset on that trigger. I mean, it's you see, I'm having to slap my finger on the front of that trigger guard to get that reset. If I just wanted to do like a normal gun, I'd be right there, and none of those shots would be going. None of them. None of those. I have to come all the way out. That's the big problem with this gun. That's the huge problem with this gun, in my opinion, is the reset on this trigger. You can deal with the weight of it, even stock, you can deal with it. It ain't pleasant, but you can deal with it. But that reset, that's awful. That's absolutely awful. But other than that, the gun functions fine. It does what it's supposed to do. It shoots, it's accurate, and it functions, but it just feels absolutely terrible in your hands. It's got too much recoil for what it is. And for it to be geared with this price point, I feel like it's geared towards newer shooters, and especially with the colors towards female shooters, and that's terrible. To give them something that's snappy, that's got awful ergonomics, and a trigger like that, that's just not. I don't think it's hitting its target market with the way this gun is built. But like I say, that's a few of the things I don't like about it. I don't actually hate the gun. Sometimes I say I got a hate relationship. I don't necessarily hate the gun, but it definitely wouldn't be my choice. If you're on an extreme budget, I don't know what these things running now, but for $175, I mean, it ain't garbage by any means. Like I say, it's American made. It's got a lifetime warranty on it, which I've never had to use, but lifetime supposed to be unconditional, no questions asked warranty, made in the USA. So you take that for what it's worth. But that's some of the downfalls for me of this gun. And like I say, there's a few positives on it now. The capacity on it's good. The sights are decent. It shoots perfectly fine. But other than that, the ergonomics, to me, in my opinion, on this gun are absolutely atrocious. But anyway, let's get it out to the range. Enough chit chatting and me talking about it. I'll get it out to the range and show you that it does function perfectly fine, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, y'all, here we go with my arch nemesis, if you want to call it, man, the Sky CPX2. Let's see what we can do. I got almost a hate relationship with this gun. I shouldn't say I don't hate it, but like I've said before, the main issue for me is if you see where I would want to grip this gun naturally, it would be way up there, and that thing is just gouging right into the side of my thumb. So I have to get my grip down, and it gets a little funky. But let's see what she does. It usually runs out fine, so I don't expect any different today. But let's see what it got. So I will say it's got some nice sights on it, real easy to pick up 3-dot sights. So let's get at it. Enough chit chatting. I think that was it. No, this got 10. That was it. So I mean, as you can see, it ain't me complaining just because I can't shoot the gun. You hear that a lot when people complain about these triggers and complain about the guns. It ain't that I can't shoot this gun.
Now, don't those shots sound consistent with the shots from Tory? Not, from the Tory case? Hold on. Let me see something here. Now listen to the gunshots from the ring alarm, so to speak, they said, right? Listen. Y'all hear that? And that sounds exactly just like this gun right here. It's the same gun. You get to, and it's that where he is explaining to you that trigger is, and you got to put you can't just whack with it, because they call you in behind that trigger. It make you got to put your finger all the way back up to the front, so it ain't no fast. It ain't no light trigger. It's like he says, like 5 pounds, like boom, boom. So a dude, if Quan had that, he's strong enough to bop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? A female may struggle a little with that, and no guy hand is going to be comfortable on that gun. Like if you know the gun, the thing when it kick back, and that thing that slide, that safety thing you talking about right there on the side. When you holding the gun like that, that joint will rip the skin off your thumb, yo. If you got it, yeah, if your hand is, and I ain't even got no big ass hands, but that little ass gun, that will rip my damn skin off my thumb.
Want to call it, man, the Sky CPX2. Let's see what we can do. I got almost a hate relationship with this gun. I shouldn't say I don't hate it, but like I've said before, the main issue for me is if you see where I would want to grip this gun naturally, it would be way up there, and that thing is just gouging right into the side of my thumb. So I have to get my grip down, and it gets a little funky. But let's see what she does. It usually runs out fine, so I don't expect any different today. But let's see what it got. So I will say it's got some nice sights on it, real easy to pick up 3-dot sights. So let's get at it. Enough chit chatting. I think that was it. No, this has got 10. That was it. So I mean, as you can see, it ain't me complaining just because I can't shoot the gun. You hear that a lot when people complain about these triggers and complain about the guns. It ain't that I can't shoot this gun. It's just very uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable gun. And for it to be marketed towards more of a beginner shooter or a female shooter, even because of the colors, I think they built this gun completely wrong to be marketed towards who it's marketed towards, because my wife, she hates this gun. She loves the color on it, of course, but she hates the gun. It's got a lot more recoil than what it should for who it's geared towards. It's uncomfortable to hold. The shape of this grip, how wide it is this way and skinny this way, is really awkward. That slide release, I don't mean to complain and dog about this gun, because as you can see, it shoots perfectly fine. But I've already talked about some of the shortcomings in the video, so I won't go into that. But let's put another mag through it. I mean, as you can see, I can shoot the gun. It ain't a matter that I can't shoot the gun is why I say I don't like it. I just don't like the feel of the gun. It's just not a comfortable gun to shoot. And I say that I try to get fast with it. Now I'm pulling them low, but that's another thing. It's hard to fast fire this gun because of that super long reset. It's really tough to fast fire this gun. It's awkward. I guess that's the best way to say it. I mean, you can see I can knock the 15 yarder. I mean, I can stretch it on out there a little further, probably even if I wanted to, but I ain't gonna put a lot of rounds through this gun. But I mean, that as you can see, the gun functions fine. I just mainly wanted to show you that the gun functions perfectly fine. It shoots good. You take your time. I rushed a little there on that second when you see I pulled a few shots. That was me. I'll be honest with you. But it shoots fine. I mean, it's a fine shooting gun. All right, y'all, we're wrapping this one up. Like I say, I ain't gonna put too many rounds. We've shot this gun a lot. It's been sitting in the safe for months and months and not had a shot through it though. But it shoots fine, as you can see. This function ain't the problem with it. It's more form. Form is the problem for me. It's not that and if you're on a real extreme budget and you need your gun, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't persuade you away from buying this gun. What I would say maybe is if you can hold out and get you another $100, another $150, there's better options out there in my opinion. But I mean, if this is your budget and you like the gun, some people may like the feel of the gun. Hey, more power to you, man. I'll never talk you out of buying any gun as long as it functions. But anyway, there you go. The Sky CPX2, man. Just wanted to give y'all a little look at it. I know a lot of people talk about these guns, and if you talk about the shortcomings of some of these guns, some people get a little hurt feelings and they want to try to blame me. You just can't shoot the gun. You just can't shoot it. I mean, as you can see, I can shoot the gun. It ain't that. There's some things I don't like about it. But anyway,
So, in my opinion, I don't think why would Tory need a gun if he got security with him, and if his security had a gun in the car, you think that big dude gonna have that little bitty gun? His hands that shit will rip through your gut when you holding the gun and it will rip through your goddamn skin every goddamn time, every shot. If you got a man hand on that little gun, yo. So I don't. If I was Tory's defense and his appeal, I would use that gun like OJ used the goddamn glove. If the gun don't fit, acquit. Have Tory hold that goddamn gun and show how comfortable it would be in his hands for him to purchase it. And put that gun in Megan's hand and put that gun in Kelsey's hand. And show who hand is more comfortable with that gun to purchase it. I would use that gun just like OJ used the glove, yo. Definitely ain't Quan's gun at all. And the only reason I'm saying I ain't automatically ruin Tory out because he's a little ass nigga. But I bet you he still got man hands that ain't gonna wrap around that gun comfortable as a female. And it's a woman's gun. Off top, it is a woman's gun. That is a woman's gun. That is in the women's section of the gun store. So y'all can take that information and say, that's BS. But remember what EJ said. They will always have protection in their bag. Tory had no luggage. What you think? What do you think? Don't no joke. You already know. Holla back.
Oh yeah. My man had to come through and make sure it went through. Y'all niggas is in trouble. Choke no joke. I ain't no joke, the mixtape. We here now. You already know. Let's go. Choke chillin', got away from them billin'. Ain't shit really changed though, I'm still that villain. I'm making money with rhyme, fuck black on black crime. Beef and money don't mix, like Muslims and swine. I'm talking milk, penicillin, y'all be illin'. Y'all be thinking y'all killers, with your screw face grillin'. Kick that bullshit to me, y'all be wet though like Bruce Lee. And Brandon and Hearst on the highway to heaven. Man, you making mad threats and stuck in one section. I'm OBP like Naughty, making connections. Talking under your breath, get you something you don't need. 2 fully loaded Macs, filled up with heat. Nigga, you sweeter than 30 days for a body. Pop shit to these niggas, see me walk by me. But I ain't looking for no beef, I don't eat bologna. But I bring a whole cow if you run up on me. Shiesty, try me and hype me to peel your wig back like 10 cent icy. Bring it, stop bluffing, I got your threats, they mean nothing. I respond like Bond, I come through, I'm bombing. Playing bodegas, flipping Montega. You tan in the Jacks, I tan in Jamaica. Faker, wouldn't bust if he raped ya. Your chick got blazed up, hit it like Jada. While you blew up a pager, had to breathe like Vader. Your star at war, with the lightsaber. I'm here to lyrically tear your red, nigga, you a spear. I jack you up, now you out of here. Throw me on the 600. Now fucking nigga hum it. Blowing down 8th Ave with a bad bitch blunted. I take it there. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it with no joke. Who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some with me. Have y'all niggas feeling it like Jay-Z. No joke, who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Bronze King like the LORD-FINESSC. And that bullshit y'all do, y'all niggas don't stress me. Oh yeah, and you already know, Eden War what it is. Choke no joke, I ain't no joke. The mixtape, we here now.
Y'all make sure y'all go get that Tray Bag mixtape on SoundCloud. All right. Make sure y'all go get that.
Eat that coochie on.
All right.
Eat that coochie.
Personal. At me, go against me.
I love her.
Yeah. Joke no joke. Primo, you ain't want to give me no beat, so I'm stealing one. Take it personal. You know you my guy, Primo, love you. You gonna give me a beat after this one. I never thought that you would cry at me, go against me, and backstab me. Third eye is strong, word is bond. Put you on the fakes, and now you won. I gave you support, and you play me. For those who play with butt, yeah, I'm talking Breakfast Club, Revolt, whatever. All I know is birds of a feather. Hang with those that they hate. Once the realness, now you fake, and I see through you. What you gon' do when they book you and your Duke shoot? I know you think I'm expose you. This ain't no threat, take it personal. Choke no joke. 2023, it's all me. You hear me? 2023 is on me. They say why I don't come around the game, cause all y'all do is undercover gay, and I don't play those fucking games. Yo, stop the track, I'm fucking Slay. Rest in peace, K Slay, man. Let's get to the next one. They counted me out, cause I didn't wanna get down. Niggas talking about God there. What God? What God are you talking about? Say his name. This nigga went Eric Benet. Now the baddest girl won't show her face. You know your ass in the way when she ain't show up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you ain't even say her name. Lame, you better say Dame. In the streets, we call you roadblock. Nigga, you shot. Nigga, you block rocks. Like when Chris was about to pop. Like MJ moonwalking like Spock. You abuse your power fast. You killed the thought that's black. Tariq, you kill the weeds, not the seeds that grow the trees. And as long as you alive, Dame should have a milli. Fuck you mean bleed. Nigga, don't get me started. You know I'm retarded and lion-hearted. You flipped on your peeps for those peoples in them white sheets. Like you pro-black. We past Neil and how you shit on Cap. Nigga, you got the check. The pros went back. And that's no cap. Leaving Cap with no salary cap. Your son said you his dad, and you never threw him a pass. Watching his siblings in the stands, say lips, say no, say hands. You say the kid is not your son, they call you Hov, it must be immaculate conception. Immaculate conception. What? Choke, no joke. 2023, it's all me. You hear me? Choked it. Choked it. You already know what it is. Let's go. Yo, Kanye, you better stop playing with Jesus Christ too. You get it next. Don't think we forgot about the devil in the red dress. You'll get dressed next. Yeah, I already smoked you once in quad. You'll get it too.